In the urban jungle, we find the rare Matthew Clark battling the siren call of slumber. Yet amid the cacophony of social interactions, he finds solace in Morpheus' embrace.
Yep, that's me, the guy who can sleep through an earthquake but can't stick to bedtime. But I decided to change all that. Hi, I'm Matthew Clark, and for the next 45 days I've challenged myself to sleep 8 hours a night, sticking to a strict bedtime routine. Sleep is one of the few things that's touted as having a profound impact on your health, and takes up approximately half of one's life. As an infant, you sleep more than half a day, and as we get older, we tend towards that 8 hours of optimal sleep. But for some of us, we cheat the system and push the boundary, existing on just 6 hours, and in some extreme cases, even less. This represents a precarious balance between being a functional member of society and being unable to focus or work on anything. The objectives of this challenge are simple, but how am I going to achieve such lofty goals? First, I've set an alarm for 11:30 PM. I will stop doing what I'm doing, most likely I'll be on the computer playing games, and do my unglamorous bedtime routine. I'll go to bed, I'll read until 12 AM, at which point it's lights out. From there, I must remain in bed until 8 AM, give or take 30 minutes.
Day 1 dawns and the challenges become apparent.
It felt like I was hit by a truck. Ever felt the weight of years of sleep debt? It's not pretty. I'm wrecked, I can't focus, I have too much caffeine and try to rouse myself, but nothing works. I end up on day 1 pretty bummed, and then my alarm goes off. Bedtime routine.
Fast forward to day 5 and behold, a transformation seems afoot.
This morning it felt different. The fog in my brain started to clear, and for once I felt alive. Maybe not $1,000,000, but generally okay. I go for a run today during the day and have a generally positive feeling about life.
Night descends on our 7th night, and our hero seeks solace in the ancient art of reading.
Books have always been my escape, and this one, a roller coaster. I finished Yumi and the Nightmare Painter today by Brandon Sanderson. Reading at night to wind down is cool, but you gotta beware the Sanderlanche. I go to sleep a little after lights out, but it was a cute story and I really enjoyed it.
A revelation on day 9. Could this be the fabled productivity boost of yore?
Have you ever felt like you were firing on all cylinders? That was me on this day. Everything just clicked. I make some connections to being intentional with my time and make some other experiments to help improve my productivity. I also finished reading The Para Method by Tiago Forte today. I also finished a massive document at work today that's been burdening me for weeks. Life is good.
However, every quest has its dilemmas.
Today I finished Getting Things Done by David Allen. It's interesting to hear that this largely inspired Tiago Forte and Para and building a second brain. Some very interesting takeaways, still feeling very well rested, but also feeling stretched a little thin, worn down, unsure why. I never realised how much I missed those 2 extra hours until now. Those were my me time. But I've never felt this good in my memory ever. My weight is starting to fall off, and being intentional with my time is really working, but I'm really starting to miss those 2 extra hours a night that I used to be getting. It's where I would write my blogs and record my videos and generally be creative. And on weekends, it's when my friends and I would play games until much later than a weeknight. I've realised that my personal development objectives pushed out is creating an artificial time pressure over me, and it's making me feel like I'm under the pump all the time.
The social calls of his species are strong as Matthew finds himself lured into the night.
Seeing old friends and losing track of time. It was bound to happen.
A brief stumble, but our protagonist is resilient.
It's amazing how the body adjusts. One off night and I was back on track the next day.
Wisdom flows as Matthew dives deep into the literary ocean.
Today I finished The 6 Working Types of Genius by Patrick Lencioni. This book was a game changer and made me rethink many things. I got unbelievable insights on things that energize you at work versus that which drains you. Another wonderful book by Patrick Lencioni.
In the wild, adaptability is key.
I had to pivot and adjust my goals and rethink my content strategy.
Our journey reaches its zenith amidst nature's embrace.
And what a way to end the challenge. Nature, a good book and some well-deserved rest. Today I finished Red Rising by Pierce Brown while camping. What a fantastic trip.
Thus, amidst stars and serenity, Matthew's odyssey concludes.
Sleep, productivity, finding a balance. It's been a wild ride. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that you've got to adjust and evolve. Will I continue this? Let's see.
And as the sun sets on this chapter, we bid adieu, awaiting the next adventure of Matthew Clark.
Thanks for joining me on this journey. Here's to a better night's sleep and brighter days ahead.